Hello and welcome back to the beautiful world of artistic bake. This is me, Aarti Gupta here, back again with a beautiful recipe and a very easy technique of lamination. So let's have a look at the ingredients. We require flour, sugar, salt, active instant yeast, unsalted butter, room temperature milk, extra flour for dusting, rolling pin and a spray bottle filled with milk wash. Measurement to the ingredients will be listed down in the description box below. So let's get started. So I will start by adding half of the milk in the stand mixer. With this milk I will add the yeast and the sugar. So now I will add my flour, the salt. So we will start with the mixing process. So now we will mix it until we get a firm dough. So first we will mix it at a very slow speed. So now we will add the remaining milk little by little. Now our dough has come together. Now at this stage we will add our butter and we will increase the speed to 3. So here you can see the dough has come together. Now we will add about a tablespoon of butter in the dough and again start it. So let's take it out on the surface. And now this bowl that we have, we will apply a very small amount of butter and grease the bowl. Grease it nicely. So here you can see the greased bowl. So keep this aside and take your dough and bring it together. So if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do the kneading process with your hand until you get a nice and smooth dough. Like this. You can see the dough is nice and soft. So now we will keep this in the same bowl which we have greased. Press it a little and now we will cling wrap it. So here I am cling wrapping it nicely. So now we will allow this dough to rest for at least 2 to 3 hours or until it has doubled in size. The minimum time that you will give to your dough is 2 hours. So now here you can see after 2 hours, this is how our dough looks like. It is completely risen, double in size. You can see the firmness on the cling wrap. So now we will remove the dough on the surface. You can see how beautifully it has risen and the pores. So we will deflate the dough, remove all the air out now we will shape it into a log like and divide it into 10 portions. So here you can see we have divided it into 10. So now what we will do is we will make balls and keep it separately, and all the balls will be kept covered. We will cover the balls with a cling wrap so that it doesn't dries out. So we will start working with the ball. Just dust the surface with flour, flatten it out and roll it as thin as possible. If it is sticking, you can just dust it with some flour. So you can see this is my first chapati that I have rolled out. So I will repeat this with all of my prepared balls. So here I have rolled out all my 10 sheets. So now is the time to apply the butter. The butter that I am using here is room temperature soft but not completely melted. So this is measured out butter. So you have to be generous while applying the butter. If you are comfortable with a spoon, do it with a spoon. If you are comfortable with your fingers, apply it with fingers, or you can do it with a palette knife as well. After applying the butter, what you can do is you can sprinkle some amount of flour in between each layer, and after you have done your 5 sheets, just flip it over and dust the bottom part as well so that it doesn't stick to the surface, and repeat the process. So now I am going to apply the final layer. No need to worry if there are air bubbles, just press it like this. If there is a very big air bubble, you can poke it with a toothpick. So you can see my butter is almost finished. So this is my final layer. Don't worry if it is tearing up, it's okay. We have already created good layer. So here you can see. So what I'm doing here is I'm stretching out the dough and allowing it to make it as thin as possible, so that when it goes inside the fridge to rest, it gets nicely chilled. So this is my laminated sheet ready. Now I will place this laminated sheet on a butter paper and I will place it on a plate, cover it with a cling wrap and keep it inside the fridge for an hour. So now we will cling wrap it and place it inside the fridge for at least an hour so that the butter gets firmed up. So now here I am covering it with a cling wrap. Make sure to cover it from all the sides. So here I have covered it and now this will sit inside the fridge for at least an hour. Here you can see the dough is out of the fridge. This is the laminated dough. So now we will start working with it. Just remove the cling wrap. Dust the surface with enough flour. Take out the dough on the surface and dust it from both the sides. So now at this stage you can roll it into a big circle or you can roll it into a oblong rectangular shape. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is the thickness. The thickness should be somewhere around 5 mm. So dust your sheet very well. Keep checking and flipping over. If you see this kind of butter seeping out, you can again place it inside the fridge to maintain the temperature, or you can dust it with some flour and start working with it. So here I have rolled out my sheet. So what I will do is I will divide this sheet to make croissants, and also I will be making some pain au chocolat. So I will divide it into triangles. here you can see I have divided the sheet. So now we will shape the croissants. Starting from my side. So we will do this 2-3 times like this so that we can get a firm roll. So here the tip is, I will place it on the parchment paper like this, a grease tray with a parchment paper like this, the tip facing to the bottom. So I will repeat it again. Make sure to make it as firm as possible. The tip should always be facing down. So now to make the chocolate filled ones. I will cut it into a rectangular shape. Once I have cut it into a rectangular shape, roughly around 3 inches, I will cut the rectangles. So here you can see I have got 4 rectangular sheets. So now what I will do is, so here I have some chocolate slides, you can see. I will place it on the croissant sheet and I will roll it. After giving the first roll like this, we will place the second chocolate. Like this, and again we will roll it until we have finished. Like this. Don't forget, this is a cheat version, not the actual way. So there will be some ups and downs. So you can see the rolls that I have placed on the tray. The open side, the last roll is facing the bottom, is facing the tray. So now you can see this. Now what we will do is, with the help of a sharp blade, we will give cuts. So now here I have my milk wash. So now what I will do is, I will spray some milk wash on top of it. After the milk wash, we will keep it aside for at least an hour so that it can get doubled in size. This will be our second proofing. So here, after about an hour, you can see the proofing of the croissants and the pain au chocolat. So now what I will do is, I will preheat my oven at 230 and I will again milk wash it. I will preheat my oven for 10 minutes. My oven is preheated at 230. So before placing this inside the oven, I will reduce down the temperature to 200 and bake it for 20 minutes. After that, I will reduce down the temperature more to 160 and I will bake it further for 15 minutes. So in total, we will bake it for 35 minutes. So here you can see our croissants and pain au chocolat is out of the oven. So now we will allow it to cool down completely and then we will have a slice of it. So let's have a taste test. Flaky and buttery. Hope you all enjoyed the making process of this video. Do make it and let me know in the comment section how did it turn out, and don't forget to tag us on our Instagram and FB page. Link to the page will be given down in the description box below. Do like, share and comment on our videos and subscribe to our channel. Till then, see you in the next video. Bye bye.